What's up, YouTube? Today we've got kind of a cool video. I'm pretty excited about this. We've got a new background in Pokemon Go, and we've removed the text so we can get the full picture of what this background is and what it means potentially for this upcoming season, Season 21, which turns over today, the day that I am uploading this. So, if we take a really quick look, obviously the first Pokemon you're going to see is Corviknight. Corviknight's an awesome Pokemon because it's basically Skarmory 2. It is a steel flying type and it is a very bulky Pokemon, which means it is likely going to have play in GBL, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in this video. And then below it is its like first evolution, not its first evolution, but like the primary stage of its evolution line, and that is Rookidoo. And you can see three of them there flying below. And then if you're able to see all the way next to in between the trainer and the Snorlax, that is actually another new Pokemon, and that is Fido or Fido. Not really sure how you pronounce it, but it is a dog-looking Pokemon and is a mono fairy type. And its evolution might actually also have some play in both the Great League and the Ultra League, believe it or not, because it's got some bulk to it, and it's got a pretty cool move set in the game files so far. So let's take a look at the two evolution lines we're going to be looking at today. We've got Rookidee, Corvisquire, and Corviknight. Obviously, Rookidee and Corvisquire are both mono flying types, which isn't really something we've seen in this game. All of the flying types are like normal flyers, but yeah, these are mono flying types in the Great League. Corvisquire does actually reach Great League eligibility CP wise, but it doesn't have the greatest moveset, so we're not really going to look into it too much in this video, but Corviknight absolutely does, and we're going to talk about it a lot today. And then we have Fido and DACHSBUN. And pretty funny names, and as you can see, they're pretty cool looking. So let's look at their potential in both the Great League and the Ultra League. So first of all, Corviknight, as I kind of mentioned, it is a flying and steel type. It gets to a max CP of 2777 with an attack of 163, defense of 192, and stamina of 221. So this is really cool because if you're unfamiliar with like some of the strongest Pokemon in both the Great League and the Ultra League, they all have these kind of stat products: low attack, high defense, high stamina, and that's just because in Pokemon Go, bulk is superior. It is like one of the strongest factors to making a Pokemon strong. If a Pokemon has bulk, a lot of the other things it has doesn't matter because bulk is really important. For example, Toxapex, extremely bulky, really crap moveset. With Brian, which is a horrible move, really bad pacing, but it doesn't matter because it's super bulky. So Corviknight, we're gonna look into its moveset of what's in the game files already, but here are its stats. Its stats look very promising for both the Open and Great League and Ultra League. So right now, its fast attacks in the game are Steel Wing and Air Slash. Where have we seen this before, right? Skarmory has access to both of these. So not really too much different there. So we can move right along into the charge attacks. And you're going to see one move that Skarmory also has, and that's Brave Bird. But it also has access to Drill Peck and Iron Head. Obviously, this is subject to change because they're not released yet into the game. That being said, I think it's cool that this Pokemon has a little bit more coverage than Skarmory. But yeah, these are its charge attacks. So now let's look at it in the Great League. So we have two things here, and that's just because we're not really sure what moveset it's going to run right now. The recommended moveset is likely going to be Steel Wing, Brave Bird, and Drill Peck, which is the mono flying type coverage that we see on Skarmory with the Steel Wing. I believe Drill Peck just has better pacing than Sky Attack though. And then Brave Bird as your nuke. And as you can tell, this is just the typing and the bulk coming in strong here. An average of 554 with a record of 22 and 13. that is insane. I mean, this Pokemon is real strong, especially with Lantern gone. This thing would be a menace. And then we're going to look at it with its coverage move of Iron Head. It actually simmed better with Iron Head and Drill Peck rather than Iron Head and Brave Bird, so that's what we're looking at here. And as you can see, still a very positive average rating, slightly lower, but 531, and then a win-loss record of 19 and 16. So super strong still, very positive. This gives it options. If it wants a coverage move, it can still be strong. And it would probably make the matchups like Carbank more comfortable, just because you've got that Iron Head coverage. But yeah, both have positive win rates, both are above that average of 500, so both are going to be super strong and both are going to be viable. So let's look at it in the Ultra League. Yes, you are seeing that correctly. An average rating of 557 with a win-loss record of 22 and 9. So this is one of the few things that makes you look and go, okay, they're gonna have to change the current moveset on it because this is way too strong. Unlike Skarmory doesn't actually get to the 2500 CP cap even when it's best buddied. Corviknight does, and it can actually have good IVs at that range. So that makes it really threatening because its bulk is really strong, and then obviously its typing is really great. And the 22 and 9, I mean, you can see that. Look at those wins. Those are convincing wins, and a lot of them. So very, very strong Pokemon with that moveset. And then even still with the Iron Head and Drill Peck moveset, you still have a really high positive average of 534, and then you're still going 22 and 9. I mean, this Pokemon is going to be actually insane when it's released, and I have a feeling they're probably going to change its moveset than the one that are currently in the game files right now, because this thing would just be way too strong. So now we're going to look at DACHSBUN. Its pre-evolution doesn't really get to any CP cap. So we're just going to look at it here. It's got a max CP of 2370, so close to the Ultra League cap, but not quite. Attack of 159, defense of 212, and then stamina of 149. It is a mono fairy type, but it does have some decent bulk, right? Its attack is decent as well, but that defense means it can take charge moves like nothing. It has 2 fast attacks in the game currently, and that is Bite and Charm. I think it's going to run Charm just because it's Stab. You're not actually seeing that here, but the Stab coverage is just going to create that a little bit higher damage. And then the energy between the two is the same, so it's going to use Charm. And then its charge attacks, we've got Body Slam, which is a 35 energy move, Psychic Fange, which lowers the opponent's defense and is also a 35 energy move, and then Play Rough, which is a wicked high energy move. Because Charm charges super slowly to its charged attacks, it's probably never going to use Play Rough. So you're going to get non-stab, Body Slam, non-stab, Psychic Fangs, but Psychic Fangs is going to make those charms add up. So now we're going to look at it in both the Great League and the Ultra League. Because in the Great League, it has a record of 531, so another positive Pokemon, but it's got an even win-loss record of 17 and 17, so this thing definitely a little more balanced than Corviknight was. But actually, if we look at it in the Ultra League, even though it doesn't hit that CP cap of 2500, I think it was like high 2300s, if you best buddy it, which is what we have simmed here, in the Ultra League, it's actually looking really promising as well, with a record of 16 and 15 and an average rating of 545. So this Pokemon, honestly, as a hundo best buddied, might have a lot of play in the Ultra League. I'd say equally as much play in the Ultra League as it does in the Great League. So I think that's pretty exciting for this Pokemon. So yeah, that is the video right there. Just kind of taking a look at some of the future Pokemon that are being hinted at into this upcoming season. I wouldn't be surprised if we see both of these Pokemon this season, which is really exciting. because both of these have Go Battle League eligibility, which is super cool. I'd love to see when new introduced Pokemon shake up the meta a little bit. I think they definitely will. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace.